Good afternoon, friends. We are to study the various issues into in myself, Sachin Tate. I am working as assistant professor into the SND College of Engineering and Research Center, Yoda. We have to study the various issues that should be come into the max sublayer. Now we have to study that how these issues should be transmitted into the various base stations and service stations. Like physical layer allow the user directional antenna, allow the user for the two different duplexing scheme, frequency division duplexing like FDD, time division duplexing like TDD, support both full and half duplex station, adaptive data bus profile like transmission of parameters and modulation frequency APC can be modified on the frame. For modulation FAC can be modified onto the frame by frame. Basic each service station. Profiles are identified by the interval user score. Time division duplication like PS0 and PSN-1 adaptive will be given. So the different frame like frame J-1, J-2 up to J positive and negative axis. The positive axis it should be J plus 1, J plus 2, and negative axis it should be the J minus 1 and J minus 2. PS0 is down. Now it should be the PS0 adaptive scheme like up to PSN minus 1. Downloading subframe and uplink subframe will be given here. Media access control with the connection oriented ID and services flow. Channel access is decided by base station. All UL map define the uplink map channel, define the uplink data bus profile. Then it DL map define the downlink to the database. UL is there, DL is there. UL map and DL map are both transmitted in the beginning to each download subframe. TDD download subframe. Now let us consider the given TDD downloading or into the given subframe. Remember, DL map and UL map TDD downlink subframes will be seen. Remember, broadcast control D upper control is equal to 0. TDM DI UCA, TDM DI UCB, TDM DI C. That is DL map and UL map should be showing the parameters here. The TX and RX transmission gap is there. Now, like a TLL download subframe is the uplink subframe. So it is showing access burst, collision, access burst will be there. Initial maintaining opportunities. UC2 request connection opportunities. UIC1 is showing the access bus, collision, access bus, bandwidth request, collision, and bandwidth request. This should be self-explanatory in this diagram. The given memory bytes will be utilized into the uplink subframe. Right? Access point, collision, or access bus, bandwidth request, collision, and bandwidth request. Uplink period, initial maintaining opportunities, dragging to the determine network delays and request power to profile chain. The collision may be occur in this interval request opportunities like SSS, request bandwidth in the response to polling from base station. The collision may be occur in the interval data grand spirit SSS transmit data burst in the interval granted by the basic service station BS transition gap between the data interval for synchronization. Uplink to the now the bandwidth request SS may be request the bandwidth in three-way using contention request opportunity like interval upon being pulled by the basic service station like BS. Send the standalone MAC messages for BW request in the already granted slot. Then the piggyback or bandwidth request to the message of data transfer back. Bandwidth allocation PS grants allocate the bandwidth into the two modes, grant per sublayer sub, subscription station like GPSS, grant per connection like GPC, decision based requested bandwidth and quality of services requirement with available resources. Grant are notified through ULMAP. So, so how the bandwidth should be requested and how the grant protocol will be work, that should be we studied in next slide.